United Church in University Place. My name is Kathy Law, and I have the privilege and the honor of serving as the pastor of this amazing congregation. My friends in Christ, God is love. And all the time. This morning we enter into the liturgical season of Advent, where our theme will be the Inn, housing the holy, where we will be on this spiritual journey of preparing the way as we make room within the inn of our lives, where we create a space for the arrival of the Christ child. And as we seek to house the holy in our individual lives and in the life of our church. In this Advent season, we will hear the voices of the prophets and reflect on how to make room for the holy's arrival in our midst. We hope to create room as a church which will enable us to throw our doors open wide in welcome to our community, where the Christ child will be seen in us as we share light, love, and peace with others. Let us travel with one another through this season of Advent, making room to house the holy in our lives and to shift our focus to care for our neighbor. As we remember the indigenous people who traveled and stewarded the lands upon which we live and worship, work, and play, let us bring the light of Christ into our midst as we listen to our centering music. The pandemic has laid bare and widened economic disparity locally and globally. As we enter the Advent season, how can our church become a house where the holy can be born anew, offering respite, sustenance, and care, opening the doors ever wider to those seeking shelter from the onslaught of life? No one church can do it all, but each of us can do something. In a time when so many are suffering the economic consequences of the pandemic, we are invited this year to create room for more hope in the world as we learn to reallocate and multiply resources in ways that are just and right. As we study the biblical prophets that call us to care for our neighbors and make room in the inn. The lonely and frightened spaces within us become filled with the light of hope, peace, joy, and love.
Hope waits for us at Advent. Hope waits for us to trust. Hope waits for our commitment to a land that's kind and just. In this time of preparation for the work of co-creation, for the birthing of a world that heals the ones in pain. Hope is born in us again.
Today we offer the light of hope to illumine the door of welcome. May this light shine in our hearts, in our lives, and in our church. May hope awaken us to possibilities and lead us to greater hospitality. There is room in this inn to house the holy.
Hope waits for us at Advent. Hope waits for us to trust. Hope waits for our commitment to a land that's kind and just. In this time of preparation for the work of co-creation, for the birthing of a world that heals the ones in pain. Hope is born in us again.
Our opening hymn for this first Sunday of Advent is O Come, Emmanuel.